We live, baby.
Yes, we on the air.
We live, baby.
We is live.
Yo,
Now remember, we are live from my page. Well, I'm make sure. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Rose, what we sound like, G? What's up, cuz? Y'all tuned it in today, baby.
One more time. Romantic.
Y'all get on my nerves so bad.
What did I?
This is why. This is why.
It's gonna be mine.
This is why. Can't take y'all nowhere.
I'm coming to work. I blasting that motherfucker.
This shit. How do we sound, ma'am? Yes, you finally caught us, cuz we about to get it started. I'm glad you're watching. Did your mama say anything yet?
No, no shit.
Girl, don't make me call that phone. All right. Yeah. Because that was going to be bad.
There we go.
Okay. All right. We're just gonna get started because our sound tech cuz said we sound good. It's your favorite day of the week. It is Thick Skin Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Today is April 21st. It's also Prince Day. Oh, we was listening to Prince before the show started. It is also April 21st. It is Buy Your Girlfriend Flowers Day. Y'all still got time.
I was finna stand up and show y'all my assless pants, but we already got kicked off our last page, so I might not want to.
No, you don't want to do.
Please, for the love of God, don't get my page took.
No.
We're on my page today. Speaking of which, so yes, Mark them was being some haters and they took our Thick Skin Pod Facebook page, but do not worry, we will be making another page within the next week or so. And we will be sharing the shit out of it so that we can get all of our followers back.
No more get mad. No, I won't say
Hey,
that.
cuz, thank you for joining in. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, Facebook was being a hater, man. They took our page and we still don't know why.
Still don't know why.
We do not know why. They told us that we violated a community guideline.
You violated it.
I mean, we violate a lot of shit. So who knows what we said or did? I'm willing to bet that it was somebody in this room that had on a gimp mask.
It was the ball when I spit the ball.
It was the ball.
It was the ball.
I don't know, but either way.
But I posted on my page too, so they would have banned. You know what I mean? Like the
I
the
don't
story,
know.
so I don't know if it's that either.
Yeah, I don't know, but don't worry, we're gonna be making another page. So probably for this show and for Thick Soup, we will be going live from my page while we get all of our stuff back together for the new page. But yeah, welcome to the show. I feel like we ain't seen them, and I'm like, it's only been like what, a week?
It's been a week.
Just a week. We just took a week break.
I don't know, it just feels like it's been a long time. But thank y'all for watching. Tonight we have a very serious show. Y'all know how hard it is for us to be serious on this show, but today is a little bit different. So let me give the trigger warning right now. Tonight's show is about domestic violence. We are going to be discussing domestic violence, and this can and or may trigger some of y'all. Just so you know, if you or anyone needs help, support is available. You are not alone. So let's get the show started. Also, too, really quick, Gotta plug the YouTube page since they took our goddamn Facebook.
Yeah.
Urban Shenanigans 815 on YouTube. Make sure that y'all are liking, sharing, subscribing, following. What the
I prefer you be there
happening.
anyway. We do. That's where the money at.
Yeah.
you
Go
heard,
there.
You heard me.
Watch it there.
You heard
Fuck
me.
Facebook. We ain't even gotta fuck with them if you watch it there.
Y'all heard that man. That's what he said. That's what he said. But yeah, let's get the show started. I just want everybody to know that's watching. This is a safe, judgment-free space tonight.
Mhm.
We take this topic very seriously. When we were getting ready to plan for our next show and the topic came up, we immediately started like thinking
Yeah.
of some things. It's not going to be an easy episode. It's going to be a necessary
Yeah.
episode.
The
for
hard
sure.
ones are the necessary ones. So
Yes. So
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna be talking about the signs. We're gonna share some stories, talking about how to break the cycle. Why do your mama keep coming in and out of this live? It just keep flashing. So what is domestic violence? In your own words, because I don't want to spend the entire time talking. I want y'all to talk too. In your own words.
In my own words, I would think domestic violence is, I can't even give it in a word, but it's just like how it's done. It is when you can't handle your own personal feelings, so you lash out at others and you take it that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? More because, wife to husband, husband to wife. I think a lot of that stems from
Mhm.
not handling your own personal feelings or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You had a shit day at work. You can't be the man at work. You can be the man at home, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So things like that.
Thank you so much, Janine, for the support. We appreciate you. Wayne?
Man, that's a loaded ass
I
question.
know.
When a motherfucker violate,
Okay.
physically, emotionally, mentally, when a motherfucker violate, like
Okay.
it ain't even necessarily got to be in a relationship, just like, yeah, that's like to sum it up.
Okay. I'm getting text messages about the show already. So in a nutshell, domestic violence is the mistreatment of a family member, intimate partner, by another. Domestic abuse, it can be physical, sexual, verbal, emotional, psychological. And a lot of people, I think that in itself, a lot of people feel like because they haven't been hit,
Mhm.
that they have not been involved in a domestic violence situation. And that is not true.
That's why I said it the way I
Yeah.
said it. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
deeper than touching.
Yes,
Yeah, 'cause-
absolutely.
Yeah, because like
It's
you were
beyond
figuring
physical.
just like, okay, they struck me, I'm bruised,
Yeah.
whatever, like that's like no.
Yeah.
No.
Um,
And that's how they like a lot of men or women get you to it. Just like
Mhm.
I didn't put my hands on you, so how's abuse? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're running with that. So
Yes, and to just a fact, most often, but not always, the persons who abuse the most are men, and their victims are typically women and or children.
Mhm.
Yeah, like it's so it's beyond just like you said, like a hit or a physical touch situation. Digital abuse actually too. I almost forgot about digital abuse, like harassing.
yeah.
Depending on the context, can be also viewed
I mean,
as
you see
domestic
that a
violence.
lot. I mean, as on a domestic level, maybe not so much, but just like
Yeah.
that kind of stems with cyberbullying, but
Mhm.
it's still
Yeah.
You
And
know
a,
what I mean?
and a lot of people don't realize that they've experienced DV until certain things are brought to light, like what I hope we can do today. So yeah, let's does anybody have any real stories. And this is also too the time for the watchers, the viewers, not able to watch in real time. It's glitching. I'm so sorry. Try it again, ma'am. I don't know what's going on. Because I'm actually like I keep looking down because I'm actually watching the live as well too.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah. Or you know what? Because I know that this is a touchy subject, maybe sharing a story might be too much. It might be. You know, I understand.
I could share. I mean, I could share a story because I mean, it's me sharing a story about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never been physically abusive to a woman, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the little girl in 3rd grade. And if I ever find this little girl, I want to apologize to her. So like, oh my God, it haunts me to this day.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Never mind.
No,
I ain't
no,
gonna
we're
say
not-
it.
we're not
I
doing
ain't
it. We're
gonna
not doing
say
it.
it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Okay.
But I've never been physically abusive to a woman before in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't like. I despise men that feel like that shit is okay.
Yeah.
But I was very emotionally and mentally abusive to my kid's mother when I was young. Like I was a piece of shit, baby daddy, boyfriend. Like, I was terrible. Like
Mm-hmm.
cheating, staying out all types of night, lying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. You may not see. A lot of people don't see it that way. That is a form of domestic abuse.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like it's domestic abuse is not violent, but it's still. I equivalent that shit all in the same. In my age of 42.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done it. I actually, while cheating on my mom, what the fuck? While cheating on my baby mama,
Mm-hmm.
I was cheating with a woman that was physically abusive to me
Okay.
until I called the police on her ass.
Why
think
don't
that
I
the
know
vote was
this
last
story as your sister? Because you have a sister.
No, that wasn't gonna hurt her. Going to jail was what's gonna hurt.
You should have let me kick her ass too, though.
Nah, jail did the trick.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because
Matter of fact, you almost whooped her one night.
we're gonna talk after the show because I have no clue who you're talking
Shout
about.
out to the Ramada Inn.
Shit.
Wow.
And now I know who you're talking about.
There you go.
There you go.
And you are right. I did. I did.
We cool now though.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I guess for me, yes, was I in a domestic violence relationship? Absolutely. I was one of the people though who was never physically harmed.
Mm-hmm.
I was never hit. But I was everything else that could have happened indeed happened. I was emotionally, verbally, mentally, and financially abused.
Yeah, that financial is a motherfucker.
Listen, financial abuse by your partner is crazy because when you have someone who feels like because they pay all of the bills,
I have a say so, do whatever I want.
that they can say and do and treat you however they want. I will be honest, there were times during that relationship where I almost wanted to just take the hit to get it over with. Like that, I could heal from a hit faster than a constant everyday berating of, you know what I'm saying, of how horrible of a person that
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, when you the whole psychological mental game, because again, I haven't
Mhm.
been abusing, you know what I mean, but I've seen it with my best friend and one of her baby daddies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the way he played it, it was like this slow burn. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was everything.
Oh, we gonna get into
Right.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you want to say even gaslighting, it's weird
Mhm.
how she will call me. It's like he did that, but he will revert a lot of pain to himself
Mhm.
to look like the victim.
Absolutely.
It's like his mental was like, I don't want to give him credit and say it was amazing, but it's just like audacious that it's like you
Yeah.
did it that way,
Yeah.
and he did that to you, like he flipped it on you. That it's just
Shit.
it's so crazy how people would go that.
Let me give you a nutso story about exactly what you said.
Okay.
This guy got caught cheating with another woman in him and his girlfriend's bed.
Mm.
So of course his girlfriend comes home from work. She catches them in the act. She's livid. She's pissed. She's raging, as she should be.
Mhm.
The man flipped the script so smooth.
Mm.
This man said, if you tried being more passionate with me in the bed, I wouldn't have to cheat.
Yeah.
And she apologized to him.
Yeah.
As the other girl just crept down the steps. And
As somebody
I don't know
again,
what to say about that.
and again, like we're gonna get into this red flag segment real soon.
Yeah.
But one thing that I do want to get into, and we're gonna touch on it a little more too. And I'm gonna say this repeatedly throughout the show. There are people out there that will support you through this.
Always.
I know for a fact that it is very hard to speak out about being abused. But I learned eventually that you have to say something to somebody.
Especially being up there, like, don't be ashamed of that.
No, do not be ashamed.
I mean, I get that, but still, don't be ashamed. I mean,
hey man, we put a block ball.
Like you have to, like, you use your voice, and one person is all it takes. You do not have to make it for the world to know. Somebody needs to know. You look at the news all the time, like even just recently, the man down in Shreveport. I was going to talk about this on Thick Soup, but it kind of fits the story for tonight. Black man down in Shreveport, Louisiana. If I'm not mistaken, his wife was leaving him. He then took a pew and decided to pew her in the face, and all 6 of their children are gone.
Oh, I didn't hear that story.
Yes. She lived.
Oh.
She is currently in critical condition in the hospital, but all of their children are gone.
Man.
Where is he and what happened to him?
I don't remember the full story. I don't know if he turned it on himself
or if
he
he didn't go the whole ass way and pew himself to duck the fade, because
I have to look it up. I don't remember. I just remember that part of the story. And we were gonna talk about it on Thick Soup, but it's so befitting for
thank
today.
you, Shawnee. We gonna put this up every couple of minutes and just leave it up.
Thank you.
For the sake of leaving it up.
Yes, definitely. Shawnee is putting some resources on the screen. He's gonna you leaving it up?
I'm gonna leave it up.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna something else needs to be put up. I'll take it down and put it back up.
Yes. It is pinned to the live, the domestic violence hotline number where you can call and or text. There are a couple of other local resources too, and we will get into that. But so some of the red flags. Let's kind of get into that portion, right? So a couple of examples that for me personally that I ignored.
He went the bitch road and he unalived himself.
He did? Okay.
Whole ass nigga.
Okay. Thank y'all for that update. I couldn't remember exactly what happened, but yeah. So isolation. If your partner is isolating you from your friends and your family, that is a red flag. In the situation that I was in, it wasn't so much an isolation, but it was more so anytime my friends or family were around, this man had the biggest attitude. We could literally be sitting, chilling on the porch, listening to music, not bothering a soul. The kids playing in the yard, dog running around. He would be pissed. And it was so evident. And like, I don't know if y'all have ever been in a situation where y'all kicking it with y'all boy or something, and his girl or baby mama or wife come home and she pit like she just walked in the door, and y'all looking at him like, God damn, what's wrong with her? Like, this is like the situation that I had to deal with. Explosive jealousy. I got accused of doing so much shit. I got accused of sleeping with a classmate from high school that we had found each other and touched base with. We found each other via social media, texting back and forth. Was it a man? Absolutely. However, me and this man had never had any dealings before. And the text messages were literally, oh, hey, whatever happened to such and such from school? I ain't seen them in a long time. Are we having a class reunion?
Y'all was like straight up just like,
but literally. But the craziest part is that my brother knows I used to be infatuated with Marilyn Monroe, right? And you remember back in the day on your text message where everybody had a little tag, we had the little squigglies, and like yours was Manish Wave and the squiggles after. Okay, so you had your signature on your text message, right? I swear up and down I was the black version of Marilyn Monroe, right? My ex decided to go through my phone one day. By all means, you're not going to find anything.
Right.
Feel free. Read the text messages between me and my former classmate, and then decided to get pissed because he was trying to figure out if this man's name was Monroe as a last name, because why was I calling myself Miss Monroe in the text messages?
Wow. The thought process, like I never in a million years would have been like.
Yeah. Yes. Constantly checking your location.
That should be the final straw, honestly.
If your partner needs to know where you at, what you're doing, when you get there, who you with, what time you left, what time you coming back, how did you get there, what you got on,
I agree with that to an extent.
This should be
for safety purposes.
For safety purposes.
No, but it's not excessive and obsessive.
Yeah, because like when Ty goes to concerts and
that is completely different. I'm talking about I can't go to Cub Food.
No.
You want to know where I'm at, what time did I leave, what I got on when I left the house.
So you ain't gotta wear a sundress to go to Cubs. You ain't gotta wear no sundress to go to Cubs.
Yes.
Who up there?
Yes.
Who's baking dough up in there?
That is what I mean.
Who's baking? I know he better not be baking your shit.
Yes, absolutely.
He better be putting no button yo up.
Yeah, the guilt trips, like how y'all were talking about, like how Buddy was turning it on. Like, and again, I'm using myself as an example because, again, as the only woman, like you said, the two of y'all have never really experienced it. Y'all witnessed it, but never experienced it. So I'm speaking from personal. The guilt trips. So again, if you know me, you know me. I have one child. I never wanted any more kids. I had my child before I began to see my ex, right? I told my ex from the beginning, hell no. No more kids for me. One and done, right? My ex then did things like hide my birth control pills. And then on top of that was a out of control cheater, right? So much so to where there were children made, several. And by several, I mean more than 3, I mean more than 4, and I mean more than 5 while we were together. But blamed it on me because part of me not wanting to ever have any more kids was because I also had reproductive problems.
So having one was a blessing anyways.
Having one was a blessing. I would be physically sick during my cycles. And my brother is a witness. I would throw up. I couldn't walk some days. I would be like sick as a dog. My entire body hurt. Like it would attack my entire body. I also was very irregular all over the place. The doctor was trying to come up with any and everything they could to do that. My ex blamed the reason why they cheated and made children with other women was because I wouldn't do it.
That's like one of the biggest God complexes ever. I need to procreate. You didn't do it for me. I need to populate.
Yeah.
That sounded crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
So
So
you can't do it, I'm gonna have somebody else do it.
yeah, the guilt trips. And then it was, oh, you only want to have a baby by your baby daddy and not me. Yeah. Yeah. Then what? Listen, that
Especially
man
after
trapped
that,
me.
yeah.
To this day, I tell everybody, I joke about it, and I say that my baby daddy trapped me. He kind of did, but not really, but he did. But like me having a child at the age of 16 was not supposed to be a thing. Anyway, but it happened. We're here now. I'm not doing this again. I have stuck to my word. I never had any more children. I no longer can have children physically. I'm one of those people, if I say that shit, I'm gonna mean it. But yeah, I was guilt tripped. The threats. Oh, the threats. I'm leaving. This man literally pulled up to the house one day with a U-Haul, packed up everything in the house. The man didn't leave a fucking extension cord in the crib. Now, mind you, he got a whole moving crew, all his little buddies and shit. Now, mind you, this is only like the 17th time he's done this. Jesus. Put everything on the back of a U-Haul truck. Left me with shit. It wasn't nothing but the paint on the wall. And because I did not fold and say, oh my God, baby, please don't leave me, he realized that, oh, these threats don't work anymore. And said, looked at me, because I sat on the porch and watched him move everything out of the house. Didn't say a word. When he realized that it wasn't going to get him very far, he hit me with the, can we talk? Yeah. Sure. What are we going to talk about?
Like every ounce of his power away from him.
I was like, yeah, sure. What's up? I was sure. Listen, I was giddy because I'm like, he ain't never moved everything out. Like usually it was just a couple pair of clothes.
The whole thing.
Yeah, like that man took everything. I was excited. My mother was there. She is also a witness to this. And because I did not grovel and beg for this man to not leave me, he then looked at all his 5-man crew and said, y'all gonna help me bring the stuff back in the house real quick. When I tell you, they cussed this man out so bad. Because why is you over front? You knew you ain't want to leave this lady in the first place. But like just overall, just like a lot of things, like I was verbally abused. Oh, I was called every B in the book. I was told I was trifling. Nobody would want me. And as a woman, that lowers your self-esteem. Okay. Because after a while, I believed it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question. And let me know if I'm jumping the gun.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about all of that that made you say, I'm going to stick around for this?
That's a very good question. It's from the outside looking in, and somebody who's never experienced it, it is so much easier said than done. Because it seems like it could be very easy to just be like, yeah, you need to leave, and then be able to do that. When a person...
Hi, Uncle Jerry.
Hi, Uncle Jerry. When a person has your self-esteem level so low, and they are verbally, like literally putting you down every chance they get, you believe it. Even if you know it's not true.
I think it's because
you believe it.
When it comes from somebody that supposed
to love you. Yeah.
Because we do that as family members, and it's like, I know I said this in discussion, it's just like, be careful of like who you get your advice or something like that, because somebody could say and do things in the guise of, I'm your buddy, I'm your friend, I'm your mom, your dad, and this is like your husband, your wife.
Yeah.
So being as a husband, you ain't shit. you will never be nothing. Nobody gonna want you. You go like, well,
Yeah.
that is my husband. He loved me. I gotta stay. He's right.
Right.
Why would a person that loved me
Tell
say-
me anything wrong?
Exactly?
Yeah, and it's it's definitely one of those situations. Like, it is way easier said than done. And I will be honest, as women, we have this mentality, which I have long learned since that situation. We have to stop trying to fix people. We need to stop saying, oh, but I love him. Love is not enough. Time is not enough. I don't care if I'm with you for 40 years
Mhm.
and we just said, I love you every single day. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And that time and that quote unquote love is no longer enough. And it took me a long time
Sometimes
to
love is just
understand
letting
that.
go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I love you
The
this
thing
much
is
to
though,
let you
but
go.
the thing is though, it is that. But the thing above all is loving yourself first.
Exactly.
And for a while, I did not love myself. And so I clung to the person who told me that they loved me, even though they treated me like shit. Because I didn't, and love from your family members, because yes, we have a huge loving family. It still hits different. It's still different because I was living with this person. I had been in a relationship for over a decade with this person. We had experienced a whole lot of things together, good and bad. So it's definitely way easier said than done. And it has to be a decision that you have to be able to put into motion by yourself. Because I had family members telling me all the time, oh, you need to leave him. You need to leave him. I am a firm believer, like you were saying, I don't take relationship advice from nobody in my family because I honestly never really saw a great example of a, you know what I'm saying, like a good standing relationship within my family. There weren't too many great examples.
It's kind of like a millionaire telling you like how to run business. Like you failed 20 times. What are you gonna tell me?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Saying in a bad way. So I didn't mean like that. But
no, it's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Like how can the cousin or the aunt or the uncle or the friend who can't keep a man gonna tell me what to do with mine?
I mean, they can tell you how you
that can work
fail.
both ways though.
They can tell you how it
but-
fails and what it means to do that. I mean, I guess there's certain levels of what you can teach me in a
Yeah.
relationship.
It's what you. I feel like that could work both ways due to the fact that I'm going to tell you what I did and failed so that you don't make those same failures.
Right.
But I definitely can't tell you how to succeed.
Right. But usually they don't come at you that way. That's the thing.
Yeah, they
Right.
probably
don't come at you that way. It's always a girl, you need to leave him. He ain't shit. Well, so was
So
Uncle
is-
Gerald.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
your current boyfriend ain't shit. So
and because
And here we are.
And
we
because
talking
of the
about it.
family, they can go as the guys of like, I'm your friend, I'm your family, and I can say this to you.
Yeah.
I can say it however I want to as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know,
Yeah.
now you got this whole like just more level of feeling abused or
Mhm.
feeling like you worthless. It's like I hear it from my husband, boyfriend,
And
I'm hearing it from my family.
And to a lot of
Yeah.
times, I covered for this person.
That's-
You know,
that's-
but that was part of the mental abuse part. Yeah, and like Shawnee said, every red flag that you excuse becomes a boundary that you use. So yeah, I was starting to make excuses. He mad because he lost the money. He just mad, and girl, don't man. You know what I'm saying? Like I began to make excuses for this person because at first it was contained in the house.
Yeah.
Then it started to trickle outside of the house where other people were seeing it. And then that's when I was trying to save face, like, oh no, he's just having a bad day. No.
okay, let me ask you another question because like I really can't engage in this at all. So
Yeah, I know.
this was solely focused on you.
I know.
Okay, so getting the courage to step away
Mhm.
from this fucked up situation.
Yeah.
How do you not carry that into the next situation? How did or was that a test?
I am
Or are
very
you-
glad you asked that.
Or are you permanently damaged? I'm
No,
I'm
I
laughing
know
because
you
it's me and
laughing.
you.
I know.
But I'm not laughing because it's a
So-
serious situation.
No, I'm glad you asked that. This actually leads us into the next topic. Healing and leaving, right? we talked about why people stay out of, the fear, the finances. I didn't pay bills or rent for like 10 years.
Oh, see. Yeah.
I was blowing the shit out of my own money because I didn't have to pay bills.
Hey, Uncle Brian.
Oh, hey, Uncle Brian. It was an emotional attachment. We did not have kids, but my son was basically raised by this person. My son's biological father was incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
So this was dad. So it was a couple of instances that didn't make me just leave instantly. But when I finally decided that I was done, I had to talk to myself a lot. I had eventually even isolated myself a little bit from the family, but it wasn't because I was wanting to ignore y'all on purpose. It was because I had to get my mental capacity back to a level where I was strong enough to do what I was about to do. I couldn't be afraid anymore. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't make the empty threats because I made them too. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm tired of it. 2 days later, acting like it never happened. It's something within you. It's like I said, like that's why like people telling you what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. That is background noise in a situation like this. The only person that you can really, truly, honestly listen to is yourself. You know when you've had enough, even though you knew you had enough a long time ago. Everybody reaches a breaking point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just because someone who hurt you before does not mean that the next person will, because it's very, very adamant. And you got to let that person show up.
But that's got to be hard though.
It's very hard. So after my relationship ended, which ended in the craziest ways. That's a different story for a different time. Let's just say I got smart, started saving my money. And without this man's knowledge, I saved enough money. I went and looked at apartments, me and my son together, found one. Just so happened it was my very first apartment landlord that I moved out of when I was like 19.
Yeah.
Me and my ex also ended up renting from this lady again when we first moved in together. So she was very familiar with me. When I showed up at this apartment to look at it, she was like, "You missing a person."
Mm.
And I explained to her like what was happening. And that landlord, shout out to Jilly. She was like, "You know what, Sparkle? I understand. Don't worry about the deposit. Just pay me the first month rent. It's yours." And yeah, that was it. And so I waited until the day before I moved into my apartment to tell my ex that I was moving out, because I couldn't tell him before that because he would have manipulated his way into making me not go.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting ready for bed. He had to work the next day, got into bed. We hadn't really spoken like a couple of days. And I rolled over and I looked at him and I was like, "I'm moving out tomorrow." And this man laughed in my face and rolled over and went to sleep. The next morning, he got up at about 7 a.m. to go to work. And as soon as he walked out the door, I got up and went to work. Because I didn't pack anything. I didn't even take anything. I wanted to be gone. I took my clothes. I took my clothes and everything that belonged to my son in my bed. Because I had just bought that. I had just got my taxes.
Right.
I took the bed. When he got off work, he came in the house and it was a little emptier than normal. And he called my phone and said, "You really left?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Can we talk about it?" No. Weak moment though. I still slept with that man for like 6-7 months after that. Because again, how you were saying, like, how do you finally
But see,
let go?
It's different because you don't see him every day. So it's just like,
oh no, it was still kind of like that. Like,
it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was separating was hard. But it was definitely worth it. Yeah, but like after that moment forward, it was so hard for me to trust a man. I am going to be honest. I still struggle with a lot of things relationship wise because of what I experienced before. Now now my guard is always like, you get a little too close, I'll be looking at you crazy.
I get it.
You know something that I guess I can say it now because why not? I always had a problem with you regarding that situation
Yeah, I'm sure.
because you know how I move. And you would never let me move.
And the reason why is because I knew I wasn't leaving. I refused to put you or Jeffrey in that situation. Like this is why I tell women right now, if you do not plan on leaving that man because of infidelity or whatever other reason, but usually it's like infidelity or whatever.
Usually.
If you do not plan on leaving that man, shut the fuck up and let him cheat on you in peace. Because you doing all this hooting and hollering just for you to be right back is doing what? Me getting my brothers involved, while he probably would have felt very justified, it would have been stupid because I wasn't leaving then. So you done did all of this, put your life in jeopardy. Anybody else?
Then you got to go to a barbecue with him next week.
Right. Exactly. You got to come to the crib because,
right. You got to get a wrench from that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Bro got to give you a jump.
He like,
your battery died. Bro got to come give you a jump on the car.
You jumped him, he jumped you.
Right. You jumped him, now he got to come jump you.
There ain't no robbery.
So that is why I kept y'all away and very unclear about a lot of things, because I would have been a fool and I would have looked even more stupider than what I was. I've had a lot of people tell me since then, like, oh girl, you went through all of that. Oh, you strong. I said, I wasn't strong. I was stupid. I did not become strong until I left, and left for good. That is when I became strong, because it is a time-consuming process for years after that. I tried dating. I did. It wasn't working because I was so used to being in a relationship that I was moving way too fast. No. I was falling in love after a week because I was so used to, even though it was not the right person for me, I was used to having somebody around. And so I was overdoing, I was overplaying my part. I was doing too much. I was, you know what I'm saying? I probably fumbled a good dude or two, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that would happen.
Because of how I was moving after my breakup.
You talking about Big Spice?
Fuck no. Don't piss me off.
They ain't not Big Spice.
Yes, people don't leave when y'all think that they should. We leave when we're ready. That is 100%. But yeah, like it's I left safely. After that, I had a support system. You know, I had my brothers, I had my mom, I had both of my parents, I had my Uncle Jerry, I had my cousins, my aunt, my friend Kiera, my friend Becky, like, because once we got to the condo, which is what I called my old apartment, like they were there all the time. Checking on me, making sure I was straight, just coming over, keeping me company because I hadn't been alone in over a decade.
Squirrel.
Shout out to Kiera. But yeah, like it I didn't seek therapy. I probably should have. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel like it's too late for me to seek therapy.
We should all go to therapy.
I think that's supposed to be the new. That should be the new norm.
That should be the new fucking normal. I think we all need to go.
Absolutely, because I
they actually have like a WebMD for like therapy now.
Yeah.
Like I forgot what it's called, but it's how WebMD where it's like you touch it, you just kind of type some shit in and blah blah blah. I wouldn't necessarily trust it like that per se, like self-diagnosis, but I'm saying that's how normal therapy is right now, where it's like I can go on a site and do that. But
absolutely,
therapy most definitely should be like a normal ass thing.
Yeah. So how does like my past relationship in that domestic violence situation play out now? I'm mean as hell. I am. Shut up, Jason. Jason gonna tell you I've been mean before all of this happened. I seen his face. I'm like, shut up, Jason. No, like people that I have been involved with, I give them a tough time. And it's not intentional. It's a guard.
You guard it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hurt me because I don't know what's going to be the outcome if this happens
You're not giving
again.
nobody a chance to
I
even
don't,
come
yeah,
closer.
I don't give people the chance. I used to literally leave men alone because they would do the dumbest shit. If you cough too many times, you know what I'm saying? Like little petty things. I started to, oh no, nope, I don't want that. I said, I am pretty sure I probably fumbled a good dude or two because of that, but I wasn't healed enough to be doing the shit that I was doing, and I should have stayed single and celibate for a long time. I did, but I should have did it for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Now I rebuilt my confidence. That was the key thing for me, not physical appearance, but just the like, girl, you ain't a bitch. You're not stupid. You're far from stupid. Like my life elevated when I left. After I left, I ended up, well, at the end, I had just graduated from college with one college degree. This man did not even, at that time, I didn't have a car. This man refused to take me to my own college graduation, so I missed it. Because he didn't care. I since went on, I got better jobs, better cars, better houses, more education, got more degrees. Like I started leveling myself up and focusing on myself and my son.
Mm-hmm.
My son did great, graduated high school, worked a good job, went to college, and now I thank God that my son is the man that he is to his girlfriend and their children because of what he had to see. And I tried to keep that away from my son as much as humanly possible. But like all boys, once they get to a certain age, they only gonna be quiet for so long because you ain't gonna keep on fucking with my mama.
That's true.
And my son did have a breaking point in my relationship as well too, where he then totally lost a lot of respect for this person who ultimately raised them because of how he treated me. My son is, I brag, and it's not even because it's my son. My son is one of the greatest men on earth. The way he loves that woman, shout out to JC and Reed. The way he takes care of his family, he did not have an example of that.
No,
and he's the exact opposite of all of the bad shit that he had to see and endure. He is the exact opposite.
But that's the reason why I don't agree with that statement. Like guys that saw their fathers abuse their mothers and stuff like that.
It's true.
It's true, yeah. but it's also a choice.
Yeah.
Because literally,
it's more choice.
I literally saw almost every man in my life, except for my stepfather, be physically abusive to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And because growing up seeing that, I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated seeing my younger cousins doing that bullshit, my older cousins doing it, whoever it was, uncle, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I hated seeing it. So if I hate seeing something, how do I become what I hate?
Yeah.
To me, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
I get it that it happens.
Yeah.
But I don't understand, like, everybody that knows that I don't fucking like clowns.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that about me. So why the fuck I want to join the circus?
This is true.
To face your fears. We talked about this before, the whole Batman scenario, and it's like Batman, we talked about this. You have to become the clown.
But yeah, like I had to heal my inner self before I could put myself in a situation to where I felt worthy of being loved correctly again. I don't know if it's happened. I don't know if anybody loved me like that. I really don't know. I mean, I know somebody don't play about me though. I know that. I know it's somebody that don't play about me. And I'm very, very appreciative of anybody who is like that about me. Because I've come along, and I've had to come a long way. And I love the fact about myself that I'm an open book. I tell people my stories because you just never know who it
could
is
reach.
going to reach
Yeah.
and who it's going to help. I've been open about my life in general. I've told people that, yes, I was SA'd as a child. I was removed from my home as a child. Like we were saying, like we grew up seeing domestic violence within, distant family, close family, friends. I've dealt with a lot of things, and I feel like I turned out good.
Yeah.
A little broken, but not completely.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
a little shattered, not completely broken.
Right, and it just kind of
yeah.
goes back to what you said before, just like you candid about what you say, because
Yes.
you never know what
Yeah.
because a lot of people going through the exact same thing, no more, no less, and they don't know how.
And I don't judge people.
Yeah.
I am. Can't wait for Halloween. I'm coming over. William is plotting on
Fuck William.
I am. Again, like I said, I'm an open book because I want people to be able to come to me and ask me these kinds of questions, like, how did you do this? Or, I try to give advice, but without being the judgy advice. Like I am not a judgmental person. Because in a lot of aspects, while certain situations may seem crazy, I've been a part of those certain situations and I understand. So yeah, I mean, it's been a long, 12 years since I left my situation, almost 12 years since I left that situation. I can guarantee you out of that 12 years, the first 6 were hard.
I bet it was, yeah.
The first 6 were incredibly hard.
Going back, it's like, am I making the right move or not? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
You always got the is he going to change in the back of your head? And
during, and like I said, women have the crazy thought process that we can change a man if we love them enough, or us staying is going to help a situation. Or we can love them through anything.
Yourself, man or woman, you can only change yourself.
Yes. But yeah, that's part of my story. Like I said, I could write a book, but I did not. I know somebody who did. She's on the live right now. Shawnee Fletcher.
You let me know if I show y'all close.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
look.
not getting close enough.
There's a book called His Pleasure, Her Pain by Shawnee Fletcher.
What I'm looking like?
Nothing yet, because it's delayed. That looks good. Actually lift it up because you got the banner. Yes, up a little bit more. Thank you. That is perfect. His Pleasure, Her Pain by Shawnee Fletcher. Shout out to Shawnee, who's also watching the live and who shared all of the resource information. She has books for sale on Amazon. Please check her out. She said, hey, y'all, she's watching. I got my book on Saturday. I opened the box and I opened the first page, and an hour later I was done with the entire book. I could not put it down. This book was a complete eye opener for me as somebody who went through some of the same things. Mm-hmm. Great read, very, very intriguing. Well worth the money, well worth the read, well worth the time. And anybody who has been through something like that, I'm sure that you will find a piece of yourself in this book, if not throughout the entire book. Shout out to Shawnee. Shawnee also has, there's also some other resources. Shawnee, if you want to share them in the live, a couple of other resources for anyone dealing with domestic violence. Oh, yes. Shawnee will be in Freeport May 1st at the Freeport Public Library from 4 to 6 p.m. doing a book signing. Come and get a book and an autographed book from Shawnee. Make sure y'all are there. We will make sure that we plug that every day until it happens.
Multiple times a day.
Multiple times a day. We will be plugging that. Again, y'all, I'm telling y'all, get the book. Get the book. I'm an avid reader, so it was easy for me to get through this book so fast, but get the book. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got the book.
Yeah, you got the book.
I got the book.
These are our books. We're not leaving these here. Y'all can't have these. These is ours.
No, my brother,
you got to get your own. Yeah, so shout out to Shani and her book signing. Don't forget May 1st at the Freeport Public Library, 4 to 6. Outside of the domestic violence hotline, I forgot what that phone number is just that quick.
Hold on, going back to it now.
Yeah, let's put that back up. Did you put that up?
It should be popping up soon.
Also, too, while we're waiting on that to pop up. Okay, yes, the Illinois Domestic Violence Hotline. Call and or text. You can call 877-863-6338 or 1-800-799-7233, or you can text START to 88788. Also, if you are in the Stephenson County area, Voices Domestic Violence Program of Stephenson County. There is a crisis support number for them as well, 815-235-1641. And for SA, because we can't say the word, 815-232-7200. They provide emergency shelters for people in immediate danger, legal assistance, therapy, counseling, and prevention education. There's another resource, Shani. What's the name of that other resource? I think it was like Riverview.
Let me see. Did she post that?
I don't think she posted it. Me and her talked on the phone a couple of days ago. We talked about it. It's also in Illinois. I think it's called is it called Riverview? Yes, thank you for that Voices information as well, for putting that in there. Thank you so much. There's one more in Illinois, and I should have had this, and I did have it, and I don't know what I did with it. Is it Riverview Center? I think it's Riverview Center. I'm pretty sure it's Riverview Center now that I'm looking at the website. Yes, Riverview Center. It is Survivor Services for Iowa and Illinois. Crisis hotlines, advocacy, counseling, trauma-informed therapy, essential needs assistance. Yeah, they're so again, like I said, like there is support. Oh, Freedom House. Look, listen, Shani dropping all the jewels in the chat, and we appreciate it. This location is actually in Dubuque. So what's that? The Joe Davies County area. 1-563-557-0310. And again, so yeah, there are resources out there. Talk to someone. Plan, and it's gonna sound so crazy to say this. You remember how we had to plan like a fire escape route?
Yeah.
For the house, like if the house is ever to catch fire. Plan that. If you are in this kind of situation, some kind of plan to leave. Set something in motion. Talk to someone about your plans for your own safety.
J-Lo, right? What was that movie?
Enough.
Yes, I love that movie.
Listen, I was gonna close the show out with that because I am an advocate for a pew.
Man,
women, please,
Boy,
please take a self-defense class.
Yeah.
Protect yourself. Bear mace, pepper spray. Listen, do not be scared of pew-pews. Pew-pews do not go off unless you make the pew-pew go pew-pew. There are local in this area in Stephenson County, Smoking GUN Works with an X at the end. Out in Forreston, they have classes, safety classes. They actually have women's clubs. Only women can go in from a certain time. You get some good pew education, and you get time in the range to learn how to properly handle, discharge, clean, store, load, all of the things. Take advantage. Get your conceal and carry. It's rough out here, man. Protect yourself at all times. But before we close out the show, I do just want to give everybody watching some good words of encouragement. You are enough. You are braver than you think. Everything that you put your mind to, you are. The words of another, the hands of another does not define who you are. As always, please very much be safe. Anybody who is watching, because our page is down right now, and again, we are working on that page. If you need to talk to anyone, any of our inboxes are open. We are here to support and help. Yes, Riverview Rape and Counseling Center. Thank you so much, Joe Davis County. She also put that location in the chat. Let us know if you need help. We can get you to the correct resources for help. Do not be afraid to speak up. We do not judge. We do not disclose information. But above all, definitely be safe. And before we close out, I just want everybody to let you know that you all deserve a love that feels safe and not one that you have to survive. So with that, we thank y'all. You act like my damn grandbaby. But no, on a serious note, we thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all so very much. We will be back next Tuesday, 7:00. Same bat time, same bat channel for now. We will be live again from my page next Tuesday for your Thick Soup episode. I will share, and I'm gonna get the guys to share too, all of these resources that Shani posted in the live. We will be sharing them on our pages, and social medias in general. But yeah, come see Shani May 1st, Freeport Public Library for her book signing. She will personally help advocate for you. And as always, thank you all for watching. Y'all have a good night. Hi, Aunt Lisa. Love you.